Hello everyone. Today I'm going to take you on a little walk around and inside Caerlaverock Castle. This iconic castle is actually one of two castles in this area, and we're going to see both of them today, but we're going to take you a little walk around the one that you can see at the moment, which is the second of the two castles. Now, these lands here were actually given to the Clan Maxwell way back in the 1220s, and a man named Sir John Maxwell was the man that started building the first of the two castles. Not this one, the one I'm going to show you in a little while later. The castle you're looking at just now is the second Caerlaverock Castle, and this was built by the brother of St John, Sir John Maxwell. His name was Amir, or Sir Amir Maxwell, who also became the Chamberlain of Scotland. Now, the Maxwells were great supporters of King Robert the Bruce during the First War of Scottish Independence. And the garrison from here actually attacked the castle at Lochmaben, which was under the control of the English at this time. In response to this attack, Edward I of England, otherwise known as Longshanks, Edward Plantagenet, he brought an army up to Scotland the following July in 1300 and laid siege to Caerlaverock. The siege was relatively short by medieval standards, but it was bloody. And when the castle eventually surrendered, the English king and the English army were surprised to see that this very stout defence that had been put up against them was put up by only 60 men. Some of those men were executed by being hanged from the battlements of Caerlaverock, but some were in fact released. Later, during the Wars of Independence, Edward II, Longshanks' son, would also lay siege to this castle, but that siege was unsuccessful. And the Maxwells actually dismantled some of the castle themselves to prevent it from falling into the hands of the English. For this, King Robert the Bruce was eternally grateful. Now, I'm going to take you now into the castle. You can see above the gate there is the clan crest of the Maxwells. I'll show you another example of this a bit later on. While we're on the subjects of crests and coats of arms, people get quite sometimes a little confused about what a crest and what a coat of arms are. The Maxwell coat of arms was the white background with the black saltire cross on, you can see. Well, the coat of arms actually belongs to an individual. It belongs to the clan chief or a nobleman. There is no such a thing as a clan coat of arms. The coat of arms belongs to an individual. The crest is what belongs to everybody in the clan, so there's no restrictions about using that. But just to make things clear, the coat of arms belongs to an individual, whereas the crest is basically everyone's. Now, Caerlaverock was besieged several times. I've mentioned 1300 and 1312. It was also besieged in 1355 and famously in 1570. It was besieged in 1570 by an army of English Protestants. The Maxwells had been great supporters of Mary, Queen of Scots, but after her forced abdication in 1567, this castle was once again besieged. So it saw much action in its life, and there again is the Clan Maxwell crest. Now we're going to take you a little walk down past the famous Caerlaverock Castle and take you a little stroll down this path to the less famous but the earlier of the two castles. This is the one that was built by Sir John Maxwell, brother of the guy who built the castle that we're looking down upon now. The seat of the clan was Caerlaverock, but there was many other castles owned by the Maxwells. In fact, there was over 80 castles owned by the Maxwells. Today, only 45 exist to some degree. When I say some degree, with visible remains above ground, and there are 37 sites of castles that were owned by the clan. But we're now coming up on the older of the Caerlaverock Castle. You can see an artist's impression of what the earlier castle would have looked like, and it was surrounded by water like the current one. Difference being with this one, this had a direct link to the sea. And so you could, quite literally, when this castle was under construction, you could sail a ship from the ocean right up and basically tie it up by the side of the castle to offload cargo or whatever. This was a very attractive thing in the days of castles. It's very difficult to besiege castles that can be supplied from the sea, so coastal locations or locations that can be supplied from the sea was very attractive. This castle was, it would seem, abandoned, and it looks like it may have been abandoned before the construction was even complete. The reason for this was damp. That whole area is very, very waterlogged, and the castle was essentially soaking up water, making it quite an uncomfortable place to live. So the second castle, the new one that you were in a moment ago, was constructed, and they actually abandoned this castle before it was even finished. Some of the stone, no doubt, was used from this one to construct the current castle that we know today. And there you can see there a close-up of the artist's impression of Caerlaverock. Thank you for listening, guys. Plenty more to come.